Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Homecoming 250 President and Chair, George S. Leone.
Thank you, and thank you all for coming. It's such an honor to be here and to have such distinguished guests with us today. Governor Murphy, Governor Shapiro, Mayor Parker. I want to thank them for their support. I want to thank Lockheed Martin and all of our partners for their support. This has been 5 years in the making. 5 years of volunteers planning to make sure that the Navy and the Marine Corps celebrated their 250th birthdays in their birthplace, Philadelphia and the Delaware River. Philadelphia has been a Navy town for 250 years. Camden built ships for the Navy like there was no tomorrow in the Second World War. This city and this area have supported the Navy and the Marine Corps with heroes and service members for so many years. And we want to, I stink at this part, we want to honor them. And we want to make sure to thank all the people who made this day possible. Hundreds of volunteers, great partners in the city of Philadelphia and the states of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, our great corporate sponsors, our great individual donors. Everyone made this day possible to remind us that there are young men and women out there defending this country every day, that there are veterans who have served this country so well. I used to be a lawyer and I used to argue all the time. And somehow I can't get through these things without getting choked up. But anyway, thank you all for coming. Thank you for being here. And most of all, thanks to the Navy and the Marine Corps who have gone Herculean efforts to make this possible, this wonderful whole week celebrating the Navy and the Marine Corps 250th celebration. So I encourage all of you who are listening and seeing this, come to the wonderful festivities that we have planned. They go on for the week, the touring of the Navy ships, the parade for 7,000 people, the concert with Patti LaBelle and the Navy Band and the Commandant's Own Marine Drum and Bugle Corps, the Navy 250th commemoration. Come to all these events to show our support for our veterans, to show our support for our service members, to show our pride in our city, and to show to remind us what unites us. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the ships coming up and the overflight, and have a great time, and go Navy, go Marines.
Lockheed Martin, President of Rotary and Mission Systems, Stephanie Hill.
What a great day. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Governor Shapiro, Governor Murphy, Mayor Parker, Lieutenant General Shea, and all of the wonderful people who are here today. I am so honored to join you here to celebrate the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps 250th birthday. I also want to thank George Leone for his Herculean efforts to organize this wonderful celebration. I think maybe we should make him an honorary admiral. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I've done a lot of hard things in my life, but trying to capture in 2 minutes what the United States Navy has done for this country and for our allies seems nearly impossible. From the bold and unflinching leadership of John Paul Jones during the American Revolution, to the sailors intercepting Houthi drones and missile attacks in the Red Sea as recently as this year, I am simply in awe of what our U.S. Navy does. Lockheed Martin's blood runs blue and gold. We are more than an industry partner. We want to be more of an industry partner for you. We are a shipmate, someone you can turn to have your back when the sea is raging. Take a short drive from here, I think some of you might be doing that, and visit Moorestown and see the pride of the engineers who provided Aegis technical expertise over the last 2 years supporting those sailors in combat. We are so proud to serve you because we understand what you put on the line for all of us. Every single American and every single ally all around the world. So in this great city of Philadelphia, the birthplace of both the Navy and the Marine Corps, it is the privilege of a lifetime to stand beside my fellow Americans and say from the very bottom of my heart, thank you so much for everything that you do.
RTX Senior Director for Global Public Policy, John Beaver.
Governor, Mayor, Admiral, General, ladies and gentlemen, shipmates, current, former, and future. On behalf of RTX Corporation and our 3 amazing businesses, Collins Aerospace, Pratt & Whitney, and Raytheon, it's my honor to add our voices to the more than 186,000 dedicated employees in offering birthday wishes to the United States Navy. It's a distinct pleasure personally for me. My father was commissioned following graduation from Officer Candidate School in 1953 and served as a submariner. I was commissioned following graduation from NROTC in 1987, and I overlapped on active duty for 2 years with my own father. I was then privileged to commission our son, and I overlapped with him for 2.5 years. He's currently serving as a lieutenant commander on a Pacific Fleet guided missile destroyer. So today is our family's birthday as well. And in the same way that our family represents the past, present, and future of the Navy, so does the amazing company that I'm privileged to represent. Collins Aerospace continues to provide essential technologies that have enabled nuclear command and control since the inception of the ballistic missile submarine force. Pratt & Whitney just celebrated 100 years of working with the United States Navy.
Festivities, offering a dynamic lineup USO brings across the world, experiences to celebrate, connect with, and support service members. We're bringing entertainment through a haunted house, to get into the fall spirit. We are going to be celebrating on the 13th, the Navy's birthday at the Flyers game, and we have partnered with Comcast to do a gaming tournament next week. We're creating moments of joy, camaraderie that remind our service members how deeply they are appreciated. And of course, we're happy to celebrate, like we do a lot of birthdays all throughout the year, very special birthdays this week, the Navy and the Marine Corps right here where their proud traditions began. It's a moment to reflect on 250 years of service and sacrifice and to look ahead with gratitude and resolve. We are also thrilled to announce this week the opening of a brand new USO Center at the Philadelphia International Airport, a vital touch point for service members and their families traveling through, offering comfort, connection, and care every day of the year. None of this would be possible without the generosity of our donors and partners. You fuel everything we do, all here in this city and around the world. And thank you to many of you who are supporting this week's events and all of our mission as you do every day. A special thank you to the Homecoming 250 Committee. Your partnership and vision have made this celebration truly unforgettable. To our sailors and Marines, thank you for your service, your strength, and your sacrifice. We are so proud to stand with you today and every day. Welcome home and happy birthday.
United States Marine Corps Lieutenant General Bobby Shea.
Well, good morning, everyone, and a happy birthday. Awesome. Hey, super excited to be with you here today as we kick off our great 250th celebration, fulfilling the vision that many of us, that one of us had a long time ago, and now turning it into a reality. So well done, George, to you and your team. On behalf of the Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Eric Smith, I just want to thank everyone for your support and presence here today. I especially like to acknowledge Governor Shapiro, Governor Murphy, Mayor Parker, Representative Norcross. Thank you so much for your support, not just today, but for every day. You know, there's never been an America without the United States Marine Corps. Your Corps was born here in Philadelphia on 10 November 1775, a sacred date to all Marines. And our first recruiter and commandant, Captain Samuel Nicholas, began recruiting our first 2 battalions of Marines right here in Philadelphia, right down the street from us at Tun Tavern. And from its first recruits from the streets of Philadelphia in 1775 until today, the United States Marine Corps has been and will always be a fighting force, dedicated to the highest standards of discipline and warfighting from the sea. We serve as partners with our brothers and sisters in the Navy and could not be more proud of our service alongside them. Now, one of the warships that you're about to see in the parade today is the USS Arlington. It's an amphibious warship, and from the outside, it might be difficult to distinguish from other ships in our tremendous United States Navy. But unique to this warship, as well as other amphibious warships, are the hundreds of Marines that it carries. Amphibious warships and the Marines they carry provide our nation forward-deployed, flexible sea-based force that provides credible deterrence and can respond within hours of receipt of mission. What does that mean? It means that you can sleep easy at night, knowing that when America calls 911, a Marine will answer and will fight for you and will win. Your Marines want to be forward in the fight, and they are ready to do so. Today, the USS Arlington is carrying more than 225 Marines who are excited to get to know the people of Philadelphia. They'll be in the high schools, at our equipment and aircraft displays. Our band will be playing, our silent drill platoon will be here, and you'll even see Marines sprinting up the Rocky Steps, even though most of them weren't even born when that movie was released. And we'll have a special guest there, the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. If you want to see motivation personified, you want to meet Sergeant Major Carlos Ruiz. But regardless of where you encounter a Marine or sailor this week, I encourage you to engage with them. Start a conversation. Let them share their story, many of which started right here in the greater Philadelphia region. You won't be disappointed. I want to personally thank each and every one of you for being here today to help kick off this wonderful week of celebration in support of the Navy and Marine Corps' 250th birthday. Thank you not only for your support this week, but every day what you do for us. Semper Fidelis.
Deputy Commander of the United States Fleet Forces Command, United States Navy, Vice Admiral John Gumbleton.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a great day. I was struck by George's comments this morning and the emotion that shined through, and how many dedicated volunteers, sponsors, and teammates that we've met on this journey of planning. It started 5 years ago, for me in earnest about 1.5 years ago. So the city of Philadelphia, Michael Newmas, and the mayor, who just really opened their arms to this planning event to make this all happen. So George, really well done, sir. Of course, I want to recognize Governor Murphy, Governor Shapiro. I already mentioned the mayor, but Mayor Parker, your energy and enthusiasm is so welcome, and thank you for that. Mayor Karsharfin across the river has also been super helpful. And we in your Navy are just really excited to be here today. So good morning. And as said, I'm Vice Admiral John Gumbleton. I'm actually the Acting Commander, U.S. Fleet Forces Command here, and I could not be more proud to bring you the U.S. Atlantic Fleet here to Philadelphia. So on behalf of all our nation's sea services, thank you for joining us today for the parade of ships and the official kickoff of the Navy and Marine Corps Homecoming 250. And really, this is kind of like kickoff for the nation's 250, isn't it? This is like the starter's gun for that run. And so this is really exciting. And so as the ships come down, the sight you're about to witness fills me with swelling pride. And I know you will feel the same when the formation of the world's finest warships steam into this great city. There's no greater projection of American pride, American power, and naval dominance quite like what you're about to see. And it's most certainly a fitting kickoff to a celebration that marks 2.5 centuries of the Navy's critical role in securing freedom and projecting power worldwide, from the Revolutionary War to modern-day conflicts. Today, we continue this proud legacy by patrolling international waters, ensuring safe trade routes, and responding to crises whenever needed. Your Navy will always be America's away team, a mobile fighting force on watch around the world, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, deterring conflicts before they start. This presence ensures the dangers of our modern world will never reach our shores. These ships you'll see are crewed with sailors, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen aboard, and symbolize our sworn duty to protect and defend our nation, our people, and our interests at both home and abroad. And I can say without a doubt that the warriors aboard these ships have been looking forward to this event all year long. We're ecstatic to be here, back to our roots where the Navy and Marine Corps were born, and thrilled to interact personally with the patriotic people of Philadelphia and the tri-state area. We look forward to showing you the lethality of our equipment and weapon systems and the mastery of our sailors through public ship tours. And that's why at the end of the day, no matter how exquisite the capability, for every missile that destroys a threat, for every jet aircraft launched, or every engine that steams, none of this happens without a sailor behind it. Don't get me wrong, the ships are cool, the jets are cool, everything looks cool, but it's the people. It's those sailors, it's those Marines that get it done. That's why we want you to meet and get to know all our men and women who do these jobs, who willingly sail far from home to ensure our homeland is safe and secure. So this week, when you see that sailor or that Marine or Coast Guardsman, stop them. Ask them what it is that they do. Ask them why they joined the Navy. And what we really want is to get that energy out here amongst our citizenry. So I'd like to thank you again for hosting us this weekend. We're extremely proud of our sea services. And I'm here to tell you that the dedication and commitment and resolve of the fleet, your fleet, is stronger than ever. And that's precisely why your Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard teams stand ready and vigilant to ensure any potential adversary remains acutely aware that the maritime environment is our domain. So in closing, I'll reemphasize how excited and ready these service members are to experience the hospitality and brotherly love that your city so graciously is offering us this week. Thank you again for welcoming your fleet back to its birthplace. And thank you for all that you do supporting America's warfighters.
Mayor of the City of Philadelphia, the Honorable Sherelle Parker.
Let me start by saying that a people without knowledge of their history are like trees without their roots. On this morning, I am so honored to join with each of you. George, I was filled with that emotion as well, Vice Admiral Gumbleton, when I thought about all of the people who have worked so hard to cross the T's and dot the I's that allows us to gather here in celebration of our Navy and our Marine Corps, right here, the city, the birthplace of their roots, our great city of Philadelphia. Governor Shapiro and Governor Murphy, on today as the granddaughter of a United States Navy veteran, I want you to know that this is really a proud moment for our city. It's a proud moment for me as mayor because you will often hear me affirm Philadelphia as one Philly, a united city. But returning to our Navy and Marine Corps' roots on today reminds us that we are one America, a united nation. And so we are, and we should be very proud of that. Here in Philadelphia, we want you to remember that, yes, this is where American democracy got its start. The first and second Continental Congresses met right here. And you know, it's also where our Navy and Marine Corps got their beginnings. Back in 1775, the Continental Congress approved the first naval ships as they set sail from these very waters. So the idea, George, that you all have worked so hard to plan a celebration that not only remembers that history, but takes it into schools across our region to ensure that students in our tri-state area won't ever forget, and they will acknowledge and learn about that legacy. When we begin today with the parade of ships on the Delaware River, I'm thinking about this week, and Rear Admiral, I want you to know I'm very biased. I get giddy when those Blue Angels and the flyovers begin, but those free ship tours and celebrations across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware will be something for us to be extremely proud of. We talked about this Sunday night. Sunday night is coming, and you need to be there with us. That victory at sea on our incomparable Independence Mall, featuring Philadelphia's own Miss Patti LaBelle, and that Navy band and the Marine Corps drum and bugle corps. And then on Monday, I'm the mayor of Philadelphia. I need you to know the schedule so you can attend every event that's happening in this city. On the Navy's birthday on the 13th, we're going to host that grand parade. More than 7,000 participants, from active duty service members to our nation's future leaders. So to every sailor and Marine, both past and present, and to the families who stand behind them, a very grateful Mayor Sherelle Parker here in Philadelphia. thanks you for your service and your sacrifice. You carry the American spirit with strength and, quite frankly, with style. And Philadelphia sees you and we value you. So let's make history, have some fun, and show the world what the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, one Philly, a united city, one America, a united nation. Thank you all, and let's have fun.
Governor of the State of New Jersey, the Honorable Philip D. Murphy.
Good morning, everybody. I bring greetings from the Jersey side of the Delaware. I want to acknowledge the leadership of the United States Navy and Marine Corps and all of your heroic members. George, God bless you. To you and your homecoming 250 colleagues. George and I are in the same graduating class from college, 46 scant years ago. To all the corporate sponsors, particularly those we heard from, and Stephanie, that presence that you all have in Moorestown is a badge of honor in the great state of New Jersey. Thank you. To all the support organizations led by the USO, to the extraordinary elected officials, Mayor Sherelle Parker. Mayor, I wish you could get more enthusiastic. I know you'll work on that. My dear friend of the Governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro. On the Jersey side, great Congressman Don Norcross, Assemblywoman Melinda Kane, who, by the way, God bless her, is a Gold Star mom. To all of the distinguished guests, members of clergy, it's an incredible honor. And made history with the promised burgeoning nation on their broad shoulders. So thank you on behalf of the 9.5 million residents who call the great state of New Jersey home. Thank you for having us and hosting us so graciously. I apologize. I've got to beat it back to the Federal Republic of New Jersey here, so I can't stay for the festivities. But thank you for having me. May God continue to bless our great Navy and Marine Corps. May it continue to bless the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the state of New Jersey. And may God continue to bless these United States of America.
Governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the Honorable Joshua Shapiro.
Good morning. As Governor Murphy exits, I'll ask if any of the admirals can give him a lift back across the river. Navy veteran, my father, who joins us. It's very humbling to be here with him. Pop, thank you for your service. I grew up for a few years of my life on a Navy base here in the United States where my father served. And through his work and his example, he raised me to have great respect for our service members and the important mission they have to defend our freedoms at home and abroad. We celebrate their history of service today, and we salute the Pennsylvanians, the more than 700,000 Pennsylvania veterans who defend us each and every day and who have gone out and spend their lives serving others. Your history began right here in Philadelphia with the bravery of American sailors and service members and with the craftsmanship of shipbuilders who forged the tools of freedom. It's been here in the city of Philadelphia, Madam Mayor, at the Navy Yard, where we built the American fleets that have protected our freedoms around the world since 1776. And thanks to our collective work to invest in and revitalize that shipyard, it will be here in Philadelphia that we continue to build the ships and the submarines our nation needs to deal with the emerging threats and new challenges for years to come. That important work is strengthening our national security and our economy and giving opportunity to thousands of Pennsylvanians, hundreds of Philadelphia school children who will learn the trades necessary to build these ships and to secure our freedom for decades to come. So today, we remember the sailors and Marines who have bravely served our nation. We take inspiration from their memory by making sure the Navy Yard continues to play a central role in our nation's defense. This week, of course, kicks off a year of celebration and commemoration as we prepare to celebrate America's 250th birthday right here in Philadelphia. And as George said, this really is the beginning of that process. The eyes of the world are going to be on our city and our Commonwealth, and we are ready to show the world what this great country is made of. So may God bless the United States of America, the greatest country on the face of the earth. May God bless
unity, and unwavering faith. I pray this in your name. Amen.
One hallmark of this celebration has been people volunteering. This is pathetic. Anyway, museums who gave up space and time to have exhibits for free. All sorts of organizations doing things just to make this a better celebration. Jillian Pertell reached out and said she'd like to sing for us today from the Marian Anderson Museum. Thank you. We hope you enjoy her, enjoy the ships, enjoy the planes, enjoy the week of festivities, and may God bless the United States of America.
Have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is tramping out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the faithful lightning on
Corps 250th birthday celebration parade of ships. As you can see, we are already underway. And our ship to our left here is the USS Lassen, DDG-82, an Arleigh Burke-class Flight 2A guided missile destroyer, homeported in Naval Station Mayport, Florida. Lassen was built by Ingalls Shipbuilding in Pascagoula, Mississippi, and commissioned on April 21st, 2001 in Tampa, Florida. Measuring more than 509 feet in length, with a beam of 66 feet, she displaces around 9,200 tons and carries a crew of about 320 officers and enlisted sailors. With a top speed exceeding 30 knots, Lassen is built for speed, power, and endurance in some of the world's most demanding maritime environments. The ship honors Lieutenant Commander Clyde Everett Lassen, a Medal of Honor recipient renowned for his heroism during the Vietnam War. On June 19, 1968, while piloting a rescue helicopter, Lassen braved heavy enemy fire and near-empty fuel tanks to save 2 downed aviators from deep inside hostile territory. His extraordinary courage and devotion to duty were immortalized when the Navy named this state-of-the-art destroyer in his honor, ensuring his legacy lives on in every mission she undertakes. Equipped with the Aegis Combat System, USS Lassen boasts formidable capabilities. Her arsenal includes the 5-inch Mark 45 gun, vertical launch system cells for missiles such as the Tomahawk, SM-2 and ASROC, and layered defense systems like the Phalanx Sea-Whiz. She can also embark MH-60R Seahawk helicopters, extending her reach for anti-submarine warfare, reconnaissance, and multi-mission support. Throughout her service, Lassen has participated in high-profile missions that demonstrate both her strategic reach and adaptability. In October 2015, she conducted a freedom of navigation operation in the South China Sea, sailing within 12 nautical miles of China's artificial island at Subi Reef, directly challenging Beijing's expansive maritime claims. In May 2020, she shifted gears to counter-narcotics missions in the Caribbean, seizing more than 3,500 pounds of marijuana, and just days later took part in 4 separate drugs interdictions in partnership with the U.S. Coast Guard. Most recently, in 2023, she entered a major modernization program worth over $119 million at BAE Systems Florida Shipyard, ensuring her continued effectiveness in future operations. The next ship is, the flyover. Do you want me to say something? Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are going to have our flyover soon, and conducting the Navy Marine Corps flyover today are 4 FA-18 Super Hornets from the carrier Air Wing 3, 2 Marine Corps F-35 Lightning II, and 2 Marine Corps MV-22 Ospreys. I can talk about the ships that have gone already. Oh, do you just want to wait for a second? Our parade of ships was begun today by the USCGC Lawson, a Sentinel-class Coast Guard cutter built at Bollinger Shipyards in Lockport, Louisiana, commissioned on March 18, 2017. With a top speed of 28 knots, her displacement is 353 tons. She's armed with the Mark 38 Mod 2 25mm automatic gun and 4 crew-served Browning M2 machine guns. The vessel is named in honor of Lawrence O. Lawson, who served as the United States Life-Saving Service station keeper in Evanston, Illinois. Lawson led the crew of his oar-powered surfboat into the icy, stormy waters in a heroic rescue of all 18 crewmen of the freighter Calumet. Lawson and his 6 crewmen were awarded the Gold Life-Saving Medal. Our second ship in the parade today was the USS Cooperstown, LCS 23, a Freedom-class littoral combat ship built by Marinette Marine in Wisconsin. Her keel was laid on 14 August 2018, and she was launched on 19 January 2020 before being christened on 29 February that same year. Yes, she is a leap year baby. After delivery to the Navy in late 2022, she was officially commissioned on 6 May 2023 in New York City, making her one of Navy's most recent additions to the fleet. Named after Cooperstown, New York, best known as the home of the Baseball Hall of Fame, the ship's name honors the 70 Hall of Fame inductees who served in the U.S. military during conflicts including the Civil War, World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. As a littoral combat ship, Cooperstown was built for speed, agility, and flexibility in missions close to shore, though she is also capable of open water operations. Her modular design allows her to adapt for anti-submarine warfare, mine countermeasures, or surface warfare as needed. With a top speed of more than 40 knots, a displacement of roughly 3,800 tons, and advanced systems, she is a highly versatile warship. Looking to your left, the USS Billings LCS-15 is a Freedom-class littoral combat ship and the first U.S. Navy vessel to be named after Billings, the largest city in Montana. Built by Marinette Marine in Wisconsin, she was laid down in 2015, launched on July 1st, 2017, and officially commissioned in Key West, Florida on August 3rd, 2019. As part of the Navy's efforts to recognize communities across the country, the ship connects a landlocked state to America's maritime service. As a Freedom variant, Billings is designed to operate close to shore while still maintaining the ability to conduct missions in open waters. Improvements over earlier ships in her class include a lengthened stern transom, added buoyancy tanks to improve stability, and enhanced automation to reduce crew workload. Displacing about 3,500 metric tons, she combines speed, agility, and adaptability, making her a versatile platform for multiple mission profiles, including mine countermeasures, surface warfare, and anti-submarine operations. Since joining the fleet, Billings has had a varied operational history. In June 2019, while making a port visit to Cleveland, the ship sustained damage after colliding with a cargo vessel in Montreal, though she went on to commission later that summer. And by 2021, Billings was deployed to the U.S. 4th Fleet area, where she conducted counter-narcotics operations with the Joint Interagency Task Force South. That same year, her crew engaged in community outreach during a July 4th visit to Montana and partnered with the Dominican Republic Navy for exercises. In August 2021, Billings also supported humanitarian relief efforts in Haiti following their devastating earthquake, underscoring her flexibility in both combat and crisis response roles. She passed, is that still her? Okay. Is that 15? Pardon? So that's the Arlington? 24. That is the Arlington. And now the USS Arlington LPD-24 is a San Antonio-class amphibious transport dock designed to support the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps with expeditionary operations around the globe. Laid down in 2008 and commissioned in 2013, Arlington displaces nearly 25,000 tons and measures 684 feet in length, making her a powerful and versatile platform for transporting Marines, equipment, and aircraft. With a top speed of about 22 knots, she can carry hundreds of Marines and their gear, along with amphibious craft and helicopters, giving the Navy a flexible tool for combat, crisis response, and humanitarian missions alike. The ship's name carries deep symbolic meaning. She is the third U.S. Navy vessel named after Arlington County, Virginia, home of the Pentagon, which was struck during the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. Steel recovered from the Pentagon is displayed aboard the ship in a dedicated tribute room, serving as a memorial to the lives lost and a constant reminder of resilience in the face of tragedy. Alongside her sister ships USS New York and USS Somerset, built with steel from the World Trade Center and Flight 93 crash sites respectively, Arlington embodies the Navy's living memorial to 9/11. Operationally, Arlington has built an impressive record. During her maiden deployment with the 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit in 2015-2016, she traveled nearly 37,000 nautical miles, operating in both the 5th and 6th fleets. Along the way, she conducted exercises with allies in Europe and the Middle East, provided assistance to a disabled vessel in the Gulf of Aden, and supported operations connected to Operation Inherent Resolve. Later missions have seen her in the Persian Gulf as a deterrent force amid rising tensions with Iran, and in the North Atlantic and Mediterranean for large-scale NATO exercises like Northern Viking and Alexander the Great. These deployments highlight her role, not just as a transport ship, but as a key contributor to global security and partnership building. Arlington has also proven herself in humanitarian roles. Following the devastating 7.2 magnitude earthquake that struck Haiti in August 2021, she was dispatched to provide relief as part of a U.S.-led mission. Her crew delivered aid, supported flight operations, and served as a logistical hub to reach hard-to-access areas, showcasing the versatility that defines the San Antonio class. Whether serving as a memorial, a warship, or a humanitarian lifeline, USS Arlington represents the Navy's ability to combine history, power, and compassion in the service of the nation. I'm going to just say two more things and then I think I'm done. Now that the fleet has arrived, check out the official Navy and Nation 250 website, or you can also search Navy and Marine 250 for the most up-to-date information and a complete schedule of events. That's navy.mil/Navy-250/events/flagship. Thank you for joining us at the Parade of Ships commemorating the Navy and Marine Corps 250th birthday here in Philadelphia, and we look forward to seeing you at the many activities planned throughout the city and across the river in Camden County, New Jersey.